Hello, so this is the first video of the Django User Authentication series, and I will try to keep these videos small, and I will explain one topic at a time in each video. So I'm using Pycharm software or Pycharm IDE in this video because I want to use Pycharm's debugging functionality to explain you about the user authentication. I've already set up the project. I have created an application in the project. Its name is full. Database is all set up here. I've also set up the URL configuration. So I have this when I go to this URL, localhost 8004, then this page is displayed. Oh my god. Okay, so here's view is also set up. So I've done everything in order to reduce the time of the video, reduce the length of the video. So what I want to show, or what I want to demonstrate in this video is the request object. So let me put a breakpoint here and start my application in the debug mode. So let's start the web server in the debug mode. So the web server has started the debug mode. Now let me refresh this page, and the request is pending. You can see it is spinning. Now I will go back to the Pycharm, and right now we are stuck here because of this breakpoint, and I will show you the content of this request. So the request has many things like cookies, files, get, meta, but what we want is the user. You can see the user. This is an instance of anonymous user. So I can also say that user, if we do this user dot, oh sorry, not user, request dot request dot user, then you get this anonymous user. From here you can get everything, all the details about the user. So since it's anonymous user, so ID will be none, is active will be false, is anonymous is true. Okay, we will use is authenticated. It means whether the user is logged in or not. It will tell us whether it's authenticated or not. Anonymous user obviously is not authenticated, and that is why we can say request.user.is authenticated and is authenticated, and you'll get the value false. Right now I'm holding microphone in one hand and typing with another hand, and that is why I'm quite slow. So excuse me or bear with me for this video at least. From the next video I will find a way to place microphone somewhere else so that I can have my both hands free to type. Okay, so in order to check whether the user who is accessing our page is authenticated or not, you can simply say request.user is authenticated, and there you will get either true or false. If it is false, then the user is not authenticated, and if it is true, then the user is authenticated. From authenticated I mean the user is logged in. So let's close this, let it go this time. Okay, so now it says the request has been completed. Now what I'm going to do, I will open the admin panel and log in here. So now I'm logged in with the username Shubham, and now I'm going to again refresh this page. The request is stuck at the breakpoint. You can see the request is pending because it is stuck at the breakpoint. Now let's see what we get at the request.user. So request.user, now it's not an instance of anonymous user. This time it is an instance of user, and from here we can get all the information about the user. Like we can get the ID of the user, whether the user is active, whether the user is anonymous. In this case it's not anonymous, okay, is authenticated, but the most we are interested in is authenticated. You can also say is staff, is super user, last login time, last name, primary key which is username. You can get the username. So there are all sorts of information that you can access from request or user object, but the most used is authenticated. And when you evaluate it, it says true. Now let me put let's close this time and let it go. So the request is finished. So now please let me put down the microphone so that I can type. Okay, so please bear with me for 2 minutes. So now I'm going to remove this breakpoint. In this code I'm checking whether the user is authenticated. If the user is authenticated, then I will show you are logged in. Otherwise I'm going to show you are not logged in. So I'm going to save it, go back to the browser, and let's see what it returns. You are logged in. Now I'm going to log out from the site and again refresh the page. You are not logged in. Let's log in again, refresh the page. You are logged in. Log out, refresh the page. You are not logged in. So that's all for this video, and in the next video we will see something more about the user authentication. Thanks for watching.